Assalamualaikum and hi to Madam Jaslina and to all my fellow classmates. Today, our group will be present on value change analysis and how it can be applied to our chosen company, which is Starbucks Coffee. Before we begin the presentation, let me introduce my team member. First is Ahmad Razin bin Ahmad Rizaluddin. Second is Nur Karina binti Hamdan. Third is Siti Aisyah binti Ismail. Fourth is Nurul Syahirah binti Azhari. And fifth is me, Nurul Huda Izzati binti Muhammad Rosli. First is, what is value change analysis? Okay, value change analysis is the process in which an organization to identify and to analyze in its primary and supporting activities that add value to its final product or services in order to cut costs and to increase the profit. Okay, as you can see over here, this is the value change model that was introduced by Michael Porter in 1985. So our next group member will be explain the support or secondary activities and these 5 primary activities in general before we continue further about how value change analysis can be applied to Starbucks. So everyone need to stay focused with us before the next part. Porter's value change model. Okay, the first point and the second point is actually very powerful tool that disaggregates a company into its strategically relevant activities that focus in looking at the sources of the competitive in the distribution channel, and sometimes it can be both. The third point is this value change model forces the manager not to look at this activity at cost, but also as a step that add value to the finished product or services. Last but not least, the main purpose of actually having this value change model is to increase the efficiency in production so that they are able to give out the maximum value to the customer through its product or services with the least possible cost, of course. So I guess that's all for introduction. Let's move on to the next slide.
Okay, next is a primary activities. Primary activities is action directly involved in the creation and distribution of goods and services. The primary activities help create the products and distribute them to buyers. These are 5 primary activities. First, inbound logistic operation, outbound logistic, marketing and sales and services. Okay, first is inbound activities. Inbound activity, this is the step in which businesses receive raw material from suppliers. It is also involves relationship with supplier and include all the activities required to receive, store, disseminate inputs. Example, material handling, warehousing and inventory control. Okay, next is operation. Once the required material has been collected internally, operation can convert the input in the desired product. These activities that convert raw material into processed goods or services. Example, machining, packaging, and assembly. Third is outbound logistics. Steps that move goods or services out to the buyers. After the final product is completed, it must be delivered to the customer. Depending on how efficient the company is, the goods can be sent immediately or must be stored for a while. Example, finished good warehousing, material handling and delivery vehicle operations. Next is a marketing and sales. The fact that products are produced doesn't automatically mean there are people willing to purchase them. This is where these activities educate customers about products and services, attract the customer and facilitate their purchase. It is the job of sales agent to make sure that potential customers are aware of the product and are seriously considering purchasing them. Examples, advertising, promotion, and sales force. Last but not least is a service. In today's economy, after-sales services is just as important as promotional activities. Complaints from unsatisfied customers are easily spread and shared due to the internet, and the consequences on your company reputation might be vast. It is therefore important to include all the activities required to keep the product or service working effectively for the buyer after it is sold and delivered. Example, installation, repair, and trainings.
Thank you, Razin, for the great explanation. So now, let's move on to the next slide, which is support activities. Actually, what is the meaning of support activities in value chain? Support activities are activities of value chain that either add value by themselves or add value through important relationship with both primary and other support activities. So, there are 4 main support activities which include general administration, human resource management, procurement, and technology development, which we will further explain in the next slide. Okay, first let's look at the general administration. General administration is also known as firm infrastructure. It relates to organizational structure, internal control system, and the culture of the company, such as general management, planning, finance, accounting, legal and government affairs, quality management, and information systems. This administration typically support the entire value chain and not individual activities alone. General administration also one of the company's support system to maintain business daily operation as well as the place for business decision to take place. Therefore, effective planning system should be considered to attain overall goals and objectives. Thus, it will contribute to company's overall performance. Next is the human resource management. It consists of activities involved in recruiting, hiring, training, development, and compensation of all types of personnel. These activities support both primary and support activities as well as the entire chain. Company most valuable resources will be talented and skilled employees in the organization. Therefore, company used to consider effective recruiting, development, and retention mechanism. By having all of that, it can support the company to achieve the growth faster as it delivers high quality and more engaged hiring, thus providing a competitive advantage to the company. The employees will look at several perspectives, whether to stay in the company for a long run, which is included reward and incentive program to motivate themselves. Rewards and incentives available to employees. It is because they will feel appreciated for their hard work in the company. Thus, would motivate them to work harder for the best interest of the company. The third one is procurement. Procurement here refers to the entire purchasing related process of the company and not only purchasing inputs or raw materials. Basically, it is anything that involves with purchasing and sourcing. Example of purchase inputs include raw materials, supplies, and other consumable items as well as assets such as machinery, laboratory equipment, office equipment, and buildings. The factor to consider in the activity is depletion of raw materials. Procurement is considered vital to the company. Therefore, they need to pursue the best quality of material input and at the most competitive rates. Next is the development of collaborative win-win relationship with suppliers. In order for a company to find a competitively priced material, they need to find a reliable supplier. A supplier is a party where the firm going to work for a long period of time. They have to choose the best supplier that meet all the business requirements that can align the business effort together. With the relation, a firm can improve their supplier capabilities in terms of reliability, cost reduction, as well as reduce other risk factors. Lastly is the technology development. It is often associated with the development of new knowledge that is applied to the firm's operation. Okay, so every value activities embodies technology, be it known how procedure or in the process equipment. There are a broad range of technologies used in the companies in an effort to improve the product and process. For example, McDonald's, who is known for the world's largest fast food restaurant chain, invests in touchscreen self-service skills to facilitate ordering and increase operational efficiency. So the factor that need to be considered in technology development is the effective research and development for process and productive initiative. By having a development in both process and product, it will create a stream of innovative offerings that could be a competitive advantage for the company. So that's all from me. I will pass this to the next presenter.
Thank you, Siti Aisyah. I am Nurul Shaira and I will proceed the presentation with the advantages of value chain analysis. There are 5 advantages of using value chain analysis. One of them is a better product planning, research and development. It is because every employee is focused on each activity in order for the company to run smoothly. The second advantage of value chain analysis is a standardized process. It is because The value chain analysis is a repeatable and measurable business process to better manage the product to ensure the customer expectation and commitments are met. Having this standard, reliable and repeatable process contributes significantly to reducing the overall operational inefficiency and risk. The third advantage of using a value chain analysis is easy to diagnose points of ineffectiveness for corrective action. It is because the value chain is a set of consequent processes which it will make it easy for the manager or the employee to identify if there is any problem occurring in each particular activity. Next, we move on to the fourth advantage of using value chain analysis, which is can reduce costs. It is because the process substantially results in end-to-end cost saving from the streamlined process. The last advantage of using value chain analysis is obviously to improve the company's profitability. It is because by having this value chain analysis, the company can find the sources of competitive advantage for the businesses that will lead the company to achieve their primary objective, which is to maximize the company's profit. That's all from me for the advantages of value chain analysis.
Thank you, Shahira. Hi, my name is Nur Kairina. I would like to continue with disadvantage of value chain analysis. First of all, use of value chain analysis might result the company to miss out on the broader perspective. This theory required to focus more on the detail the broader strategic view can get lost. The main purpose of valuation analysis is to evaluate the company operation segment by segment to increase efficiency in each area, but chain analysis does a poor job of linking each activity in the chain together. Consequently, it's possible to lose sight of how the activity broadly interrelated. Value chain analysis also comes with difficult involvement in gathering the data. It is not always easy to find appropriate information in order to break down the valuation, and it's not always easy to find appropriate information in order to break down the value chain down to primary and supporting activities. The business information structure itself also often not structured in a way to make it easy to get information. For the value chain analysis, it can take a lot of work to complete evaluation analysis for the company and for the competitor. So, by that, you can identify and understand the key difference in the strategic driver. Since the theory have a high flexibility, it also can become its own drawback value chain analysis. It is not simple fit to just apply to general theory due to its complex theory structure. The management need to have intensive research and data collecting to construct the value chain for their own company. Furthermore, this theory is heavily oriented to a manufacturing business, and it can be a quick hustle to apply to other type of business. The value chain has also been adopted by supplier chain and operation expert, and therefore its strategic impact for understanding, analyzing, and creating competitive advantage has been reduced. For the next part of the presentation, let us hear more from Huda Izzati.
Thank you, Ahmad Razin. Okay, now we will just briefly explain how value chain analysis can be applied to Starbucks coffee. Okay, for Starbucks inbound logistics, they have appointed their own coffee buyer, and these people are responsible in selecting only the finest coffee beans from selected producer. So, the roasted beans are procured directly by these people and transported to their storage sites, and the beans are then roasted and also packaged where add value happen. Then the beans are then sent to the distribution center, and from there, some even sent to the company owned and operated by other logistics companies. Okay, moving on to the next component in the primary activities is operation. Starbucks has been operating more than 80 markets and 32,000 stores globally. They are also owner of several brands such as Starbucks Coffee, Tivana, Seattle-based coffee, and also Evolution Fries retail location. And in the US, they have only operated in only form of direct company-owned store and licensing store. There is franchising in the US as the coffee retailer prefer to have licensing as they have more control over the store, but outside of the US, this is possibility of having franchise. In the first half of 2020, Starbucks also reported that 81% of their net sales come from company-owned store, while the rest come from the licensed store that they offer. I guess that's that's all from me. I shall now pass to the next presenter.
Outbound logistics for Starbucks Coffee. In the product selling process, there are few or no middlemen. Most of the items are exclusively available in their own or licensed stores. Online sales channel is also utilized by Starbucks for certain range of products such as packaged coffee, tea, drinkware, and drink-related equipment. The customer can purchase the item from the Starbucks by using other food services like GrabFood, Foodpanda, and the others to get their drinks. Okay, next is Starbucks marketing sales. First, charity campaign. Combining charity, customer engagement, and collaboration with another social media platform is the definition of taking things a step further. If you want to know how to pull that off, turn to Starbucks. Once upon a time, the company teamed up with Foursquare, a local search and discovery service mobile app, to help spread awareness about AIDS. Next is a membership rewards. Starbucks offers many benefits to its customers who join its rewards programs. These include free refills, free drinks, birthday rewards, and more. The rewards program keeps people coming back and prompts them to spread a positive vibe about the brand. The free drink offer also helps Starbucks to get more through its doors. Once they come in, they are likely to buy other products as well. Lastly is a customizable drinks. It might be done by allowing for customization, allowing the customer to personalize their meals or beverages, give them the impression that their purchases were made specifically for them. It makes customers feel like they are part of the Starbucks. Creating a sense of belonging in your customer will make them more likely to return and spread the word about Starbucks everywhere they go.
Okay, thank you again, Razin, for the great explanation. Moving on to the last point of primary activity, which is service. From the perspective of Starbucks service, they are aiming to build customer loyalty through high level of iStore customer service. The brand also mentioned that their signature retail objective in its annual report, which is to be the leading retailer and brand of coffee in each of their target market by selling the finest quality coffee and related products, and by providing each customer a unique Starbucks experience. From there, the company lived up to its brand statement by providing the highest level of customer service. With the brand image of premium coffee, Starbucks also have a customer-friendly environment in its store, where people can relax and enjoy their time just like the third place between home and offices. Besides, Starbucks also invests in service training of baristas to ensure they provide a unique experience to each customer while making and serving their drinks. With the training and experience, the baristas spend a lot of their time on measuring and improving how well they match their customers' speed expectation by delivering a custom beverage in a matter of minutes. Okay, now I will explain about support activities under General Administration. In terms of administration, Starbucks has been around in the industry for 5 decades. With its strong infrastructure that covers every department like finance, management, marketing, finance, legal, and so on, with the main corporate office located in Seattle, it also has several other regional corporate offices worldwide. Moreover, the company has the store manager on site to help oversee the pleasing in-store together with the great customer service that provided by dedicated employees in the Green Apron. Okay, so that's all from me. I will pass this to the next presenter.
Thank you, Siti Aisyah, and now we proceed the presentation with another 2 support activities done by Starbucks. Another support activity that has been done by Starbucks is human resource management. Starbucks will be giving the employee benefit and incentive in order to motivate the employee to do their work. For example, Starbucks will give health benefits to the permanent employee as well to the part-time employee. Not only that, under the human resource management, but Starbucks also provide training program for employees of a set of work cultures. For example, Starbucks will provide their employee with the barista basic training program in order for the employee to develop their skills. By having these 2 activities under the human resource management, Starbucks can add value to its company because there will be well-managed employees and the employee turnover will be below. Now, let's move on to the next support activity, which is technology development. So, under the technology development, I bet we all know that Starbucks is very well known for its technology in the coffee-related process. By having this technology, Starbucks can add value to its company because it can ensure consistency in the test and quality along with cost saving. With the advancement in technology, Starbucks also provides its store with free and unlimited Wi-Fi. By having this free and unlimited Wi-Fi, Starbucks can attract their customers to come to their store and enjoy their coffee. Starbucks also launched several platforms where the customer can ask questions, give suggestions, openly express their opinion, and share their experience. By having this technology, it helps Starbucks to implement the feedback from their customer. Last but not least, under the technology development, Starbucks also has its own Starbucks application that can be accessed through mobile phone. This will help the customer to order their drinks online, and they will get a notification when their drinks are ready. That's all from me, and I will pass the presentation to the next presenter.
Once again, thank you Shahira. Now, I will be explaining on the procurement. It involves procuring the raw material for the final product. It is integrated across various aspects of the supply chain. Porter identified procurement as one of the support activities. Many companies will secure the term requirement and standard for all their procurement dealing. However, procurement relationship varies widely. In this case, Starbucks handles all the procurement for its coffee bean, which is seen as one of the competitive advantage. The company agent travel to every corner of the world for the procurement of high-grade raw material to bring the finest coffee to its customer. The agent establishes strategic relationship and partnership with a supplier, which is built out after recognition and communication about the company's standard. Starbucks also able to gain cost advantage due to high volume of procurement of material. High quality standards are maintained with direct involvement of the company, right up from the base level of selecting the finest raw material, which is coffee bean, for the company Starbucks. Now, we have come to the conclusion for the value chain analysis. So, I can conclude that value chain analysis can help the company concentrate on value created and eliminate wasteful one to reinforce value proportion, as well as bring more benefit to the organization. It also can lead to an increase in profit and extend the brand reputation of their company. And lastly, by having value chain analysis, Starbucks can achieve their business goals successfully since they have manipulated demand-driven and post-case push to make their supply chain more efficient and more economical. That's all from us. Thank you for watching.